All right, you guys see the headline. Is Oklahoma an elite program? Maybe. What's up, y'all? DJ the Sports Blurred here. I'm back. Did y'all miss me? You know, I've been off for a little bit, but I'm returning with some fire. Before we get into it, since you're here already, please go ahead and smash that like button and also consider subscribing. I mean, if you're a fan of not just college football, but just sports in general, please do me a solid there and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, I put out some decent videos for you guys. So, y'all see the headline. So let me lay down my argument. Now, I want to lead off by saying a few things. I believe OU this year, I believe they're going to have a good season. I think they're going to have some big wins. Will they make the playoffs? Hell no, absolutely not. But I do think there's going to be some really good times there. Keep in mind, they are a team going through a lot of changes right now. New coach, new offense, new defense, new quarterback, but more than likely the same results. They'll beat up on the bad, not SEC, I'm getting way ahead of myself. They'll beat up on the bad Big 12 teams, they'll put up gaudy numbers, and then they'll probably disappear in money time. You know, this has been an MO for Oklahoma for years, going all the way back to Bob Stoops. You know, the program has been great in the regular season, but they've always seemed to just be unable to win the big one on the national stage. Consider this. From 2015 to 2020, the Sooners finished number one in their conference, which is the Big 12. That's 6 straight seasons. And at the end of the day, what do they have to show for it? They don't have any natties. They don't have any national championships to show for it. So this is my primary reason for not believing that the Sooners are an elite program. You know, I've always given them their due. I've always recognized them as a very good program, but they'll be behind the Ohio States, the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Clemsons in terms of just having that elite status, especially in recent history. You know, the prior teams that I mentioned not just had conference success, right? But they've also been recent national champions as well. You know, a lot of OU Sooners, at least the fans, have had a problem with me and an issue with me when I've brought up the countless failures on the national stage. But I think it's the absolute truth. Yeah, the only fans that really believe that OU is a top tier program are Sooner fans, and no one outside of Sooner fans really thinks of them as an elite program. They're the team that if you make it and you see them in the playoffs, you're actually okay. You think you got a shot. You don't want to see Alabama. You don't want to see Oklahoma. You don't want to see Clemson. Excuse me, not Oklahoma. You don't want to see Ohio State. You don't want to see Bama. You don't want to see Georgia. You don't want to see Clemson. You don't want to see those teams. But, you know, if you see Oklahoma, you're like, yeah, I got a chance. Think about this. In Baker's last season as quarterback at Oklahoma, you know, they got pretty close to winning a playoff game. They played Georgia in the Rose Bowl. It was a really, really good game. I remember watching that too. They jumped out to a 31-17 halftime lead, only to get outscored 14-0 in the third quarter, and they limped into overtime. And, Georgia went on to win that game. They lost that game 54-48. They were able to make it back the next year where they got beat by Alabama 45-34. And then the year after that, they made it back again, but they were beaten 63-28. LSU went on to smoke them and then win the national championship game. So think about this. In the 3 appearances OU has made in the playoffs, they've been outscored by 52 points and have an average margin of loss by 17. If we're being honest, that's far from elite. OU fans, you know, I'll get off of you guys a little bit. I'll give you guys something to play with here. So OU fans love to point out what happened the last time OU came to Columbus and beat the Buckeyes. That was a game that I remember I was actually with my wife. We were in Applebee's, and I couldn't even enjoy my food because OU really did come in and just dominate us. You guys won 31-17, I believe was the final score. I can't remember. But that was a game that wasn't really even that close. So, you guys have that was probably your biggest win in recent history, to go into the shoe and beat Ohio State. As a matter of fact, think about a bigger game that you guys have won. Please let me know in the comments below. Is OU beating Ohio State in Columbus back when Baker Mayfield was entering his last year at Oklahoma? Was that the biggest win Oklahoma's had in recent history? To me, it is. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that. So I know some of you guys are saying, well, DJ, where's this coming from? You know, why OU? I plan on breaking down several of the power schools that you may consider elite and giving my argument for why they are or why they aren't. This is just OU's turn, but I digress. You know, it's not all bad for the Sooners. I'm not going to go out here and just rain and pee in the Cheerios. I believe they're a top 10 program, which is in itself very impressive. I mean, you don't see the Sooners having too many bad seasons. They have a ton of players in the league, and they also seem to have a big name coach. A lot of good programs can't say this. I mean, look at what they were able to do, having back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners. They had back-to-back #1 picks. I mean, that's really incredible when you really think about it. If they were being graded, I'd rank them out as probably an A. Unfortunately, they just, in my opinion, don't get that A+. You know, if you're a fan of a national powerhouse team, you know, Bama, Clemson, USC, Texas, etc., would you be afraid to play the Sooners? Would you rather play Oklahoma or Alabama? Would you rather play Oklahoma or Georgia in the playoff game? You know, you already know my answer. So I just wanted to make this short video. I know it's a little bit shorter than what I normally do, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if I'm spot on, if I'm completely off, if I have a horrible take. But I don't think that OU is elite. I don't have an axe to grind with them. I just wanted to come out and put this video out. I just love to, and also I love to hear what you guys have to say. The people who watch my videos and who comment, subscribe, you guys are some of the smartest people out there. I really like going back and forth. If you like me, if you don't, I love going back and forth with you. All right, so if you made it all the way to this video, I want to thank you. You know, if you're here still, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until then, I got nothing better to say. Take care, guys.